Today was our first day without any school or anything, which was good. And it was hot out here, so I thought that we got a lot accomplished today. We really did. And I was impressed with how they pushed through some things there, but we got a lot accomplished.
You had, it was the 14th practice?
Yeah, 14. Yep.
Any of them that you've come away from saying, this was not a good practice?
Sometimes you're looking at, we threw a lot at them some different days, so some days they're thinking. So when, my knowledge equals confidence equals playing fast. If they're confused, they don't have confidence, they don't play fast. So sometimes that looks like that, but I've seen them trying to be alert, trying to get communication, trying to do that. But they've got to just keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. I mean, you know, there's always days that are better than others, but I haven't seen a day where they just tanked it. No, I haven't seen that in a couple of years. So hopefully that doesn't happen, but I haven't seen one of those days, no.
Yeah, that was my follow-up. Do you feel like this team practices better this year than 2-3 years ago?
Oh yeah, than 2 or 3 years ago, yeah. You know, last year's team practiced really well all the time. This team has gotten close to it. Not quite there yet because you don't have as many seniors in some spots, but I'm starting to see other younger guys step up in different things and seeing it at bits and pieces. And so, not saying there are any bad ones, I'm just saying it's kind of, they're having to wait for somebody, and now I'm starting to see a couple other guys step up and say something, a couple other guys. You know, Isaiah Oliver's a guy who was a player out now. He's starting to step up and say a lot of stuff. You know, Rick Gamboa is starting to step up and say a lot. So I'm starting to see those guys, and which is good. That's what you want.
Do you ever see it click in some guys that they realize all of a sudden, I'm one of those guys that does need to speak up?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you do see it click. Yeah, and I think those two guys have clicked. There's some other guys that are on the verge. I see them doing it a little bit, and I think they'll go ahead and click. Yeah, that's got to come from within. It's not anything I can make happen.
Now that school's out, do you get more time in the afternoon, more meetings, walkthroughs? How does this work?
Well, since it's such a long camp, I'm still giving them a break in the afternoon to rest, and then we'll come back and we'll meet just a little longer and have a little bit longer walkthrough at night. But I still want to have that downtime, and our coaches watch all the film and be ready to be prepared to have a really good meeting that night. Because we can't really do, you have to give them a 3-hour break and all that type of stuff. So basically kept it the same, going a little later in the morning, let them sleep in a little bit more because some of them have to be at class, and pushing a little bit later at night because of that window.
We've heard a lot about Trey Udofia in this camp. Can you talk about technically and specifically what he's doing better than he did maybe even in the spring?
Well, in the spring he really improved from the fall, and to me he's just gotten a little bit faster, a little bit stronger, and then he's playing the ball better. Each day he's out there, he's starting to kind of play the ball, feel more comfortable running with the speed of our receivers, and I think that makes a big difference, because when you have speed and speed and quickness attacks a DB, it makes you kind of panic, and he's starting to really calm down and really get. So that's why it's always good to go against our really good receivers. That really helps them.
Are you seeing the communication in that secondary improve as you're going along in camp?
Yeah, it has, and you know, we're doing more things to accelerate and help that, like we did when our older guys were younger. Now we're doing this, going kind of back to square one on that, like we always do, but doing it a few more days to make sure the communication's done. Because with the older guys last year, the communication went across the board, and we got it with most of the guys back there, but the guys getting lined up and they forget to look or they forget to see, and all it takes is one play in the secondary. But yeah, they're getting much better at that.
Derek McCartney, is he back to 100%?
He practiced the whole day today and did a good job. So, you know, hopefully he is. He looks like he's moving around good. And you know, we take some days. If he's a little sore, we'll take a day off or something like that. But today he went well, so I'll check with the trainers when we go in and see tomorrow morning how he's feeling. And but he went fine, moved around, did the whole entire practice. And he's done that a bunch. We just kind of pick days if he's sore to hold off on it.
Anything else, Coach?